Hey everyone, it's Cody here, and in this video, we're going to be going over the Elementor Site Planner. And what that is an AI-powered, it builds out your sitemaps, your wireframes, and builds entire content briefs to build your website in minutes. Elementor announced this at their Web Forward event, and I know when we all heard it, it was a very exciting tool to hear about, and I have seen a lot of cool things built with it. And so in this video, we're going to take some time to walk through it. So let's get started. So to start off, I want to show you, this is my WordPress backend. And I want to go into the pages here to show you that there are no pages currently on this site. These are the standard pages that get spun up with a WordPress site. And so this tool, you are going to need Elementor Pro to make sure everything moves over. I think you might be able to use the free version, but you're not guaranteed that everything is going to move over. And I'll show you what I mean by that later on in this video. And so next, we're going to jump over to the AI Site Planner. Okay, so now we are in Elementor Site Planner. You can go to this URL and play around with this yourself. And I'll put the URL to access this in the show notes. So go ahead and look down below in the notes and you'll get access to this. But how we're going to start is we're going to go ahead and click the try for free button. And it's going to ask us a couple questions here. Start with AI chat, and that's what we're going to work with in this video. There's also a use AI note taker feature. I think currently in this version, it just integrates with Google Meet. I'm hoping in the future that it'll integrate with things like Teams or Zoom or some of the other popular features where you can meet with clients. And the idea is when you're meeting with a client and they're talking about their site, what they want the site to present, what they're trying to do, this will capture all the notes out of the meeting, and then you can take those notes and stick it in this AI chat. But for now, we're just going to use start with AI chat. So first, what it's going to do is it's going to ask, well, first, this is a interactive chat that we're going to be interacting with to get all of the information that's going to go into the site. So it's going to prompt you with a bunch of questions, and then you go ahead and answer it here. If you have a document already built out, so I think right now it only takes PDF or a text file, you can go ahead and upload that here, and then it's going to pick up all that information and generate the site off of that. But for now, we're going to go ahead and interact with the chat just to show you how this works. For this video, I'm doing a made-up company. This isn't real, and it's going to be a residential construction company. So let's go ahead and call it Element Construction. Oops, construction. Forgot the S. Element Construction. We're going to go ahead and call it that. And then, okay, it's going to ask us what type of services are we offering. Having some keyboard trouble here. Kitchen, remodel, bathroom, remodel, and building additions on homes. Go ahead and do that. Okay, and now it's going to ask us what are we wanting to showcase on the website. So what we could do is since it's picking up what we have, it's going to start pre-generating some answers for you. So what we can do here is I'll show you, we want to provide our services, we want to showcase some projects, and then share construction tips. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a contact us. So we'll go ahead and do that. And now it's going to ask what the primary goals of the website are. So we're going to want to generate leads, showcase the portfolio, and then contact information. All those sound good. We'll add that. So if we have any secondary goals, what are those going to be? Let's do provide resourceful content. We'll go ahead and select that. And you're also going to see over here that it's starting to list out what we've been discussing with the chat. And you're also going to see this basic brief, basically how strong it is on the information. So the more that we get in here, you're going to see this turn green eventually. And so here it's what is the primary language. We want to use English in this context. So now what we're going to start doing is laying out what the core features on the website are going to be. So we're going to definitely do a contact form, portfolio gallery so people can see the work, and then a description of our services so people know what we do. Now it's going to list out the tone that we're wanting to do. So I'll go ahead and use professional. That sounds like a good tone for a remodeler. And now what we're going to do is start laying out the sitemap or the pages that we want on here. I think what we should do is home. Let's capitalize that. It's home, about us, services, portfolio, and contact us. That sounds good. Let's do that. And if you wanted other options, you can type those in there for whatever it is that you're trying to build. And so what we're going to do here is a target audience. I'm not sure who's remodeling their homes. I'm going to click all ages because I'm not 100% sure on that one. And so as you can still see here, it's still laying out all the information. And I want to bring it to your attention. This has turned to green. It's building a stronger brief. And so now it's saying that we've gathered enough information to use this brief. If you want to keep filling stuff out, you can, but just for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and select yes, I'm ready. All right, and now it's going to generate this, and it's going to ask us to use this brief. You can either select this option, or you can come up here and select this option. We're going to use this brief. And this is where it gets really, really fun. This is where the cool stuff happens. Once you get all this put together and you get all your ideas out, it's going to generate a sitemap and a wireframe for you. So it's going to start spinning all this up. You're going to start seeing the flow of the site. We see some things coming in here. So what we have is it's a homepage, and most websites revolve around the homepage. So what you can do is look at each of these pages that you have here. And I wanted you to notice it is generating a header and a footer for you. A couple things that I want to note on this is, let's say you're in here and you miss something, you can add another section. Or let's say you didn't want this on the homepage, you can delete it. Or if you don't really like the content that's in here and it's not up to what you're wanting, you can go ahead and regenerate this section. You can grab these dots here and move it around to wherever you want. And so it's pretty customizable in the sitemap. And now where we can have some even more fun, it's a really cool feature, is we jump over to the wireframe. And this is going to function a lot. If you ever use Figma or something similar, it's going to function and act a lot like that. And it's going to start wireframing out all the pages. So you can see it sitting here thinking, generating the pages. A couple things to point out while those are generating is you can pick your viewport. So if you want desktop, tablet, mobile, you can select that. This is just the zoom on how zoomed in this is. You can, if you want to get closer or to have a closer look at something, and you see within less than a minute, we have a full-on wireframe of the site here. And so what you can do then is come over to the home page, kind of have a look at what's going on, make sure everything's right. You notice that this is the services. Some of the features also apply where you notice that this is highlighted, so you can drag and drop this. You can regenerate it. If you just don't like it, you can trash it. And one of the features that's also really fun is you can come over to the Style tab here, select this, and you can change your color palette. You can edit the fonts. And if you want to upload your logo, you go ahead and do that there. And so this is a really, really useful tool. You can present this to clients before signing off on the final site. And this makes it much quicker. I know I've spent hours, if not days, in wireframes, in mock-up sites, making edits. And it took me a lot longer, even with my own pre-built templates that I had, it took me a lot longer to build this out. So this feature, in my opinion, is really, really cool. So let's go ahead and pretend that this is the finalized version. The client likes it. We like it. Everybody's happy. What we can do is go ahead and click Create Website. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and import it here. So we're going to import this and then continue. You can type in your domain. I've actually never done it this way, so I'm not 100% sure how much that works. What I do is I download and apply manually. And so now what it's doing is it's generating a file. It's going to generate a zip file for us. So it's taking all of the containers and the widgets and everything else that goes into an Elementor site, and it is packaging them up for us so we can put it directly on to our site. And so here we go, exporting the site as a zip file. And there we go. So now it's done and it's ready for us to upload on a site. So how we do this is let's go ahead and select Download Kit. And we're going to drop it up here and we see that we now have that zip file on our machine. And what we can do now is jump back over to Elementor. Elementor in WordPress. I don't have any pages on here or anything like that. So what we're going to do is then drop down to Elementor, Tools, and then we're going to come over here to Import, Export Kit, and then we're going to Import Kit. Let's do Start Import. And then what it's going to ask us to do is drag and drop a zip file with your kit or select a file. I'll go ahead and do that. There is our file there. Now we'll drop this in. Continue here. Again, this is what I was talking about needing Elementor Pro. This is recommended plugins for this. I think some of it will convert over into just the Elementor plugin, but it's definitely built for Elementor Pro. So if you don't have a Pro subscription, maybe consider bumping up to that if this is a route that you want to take. Now we're going to go ahead and hit Next. And what this is just letting us know is these are the templates that are going to get built, like a header and the footer and some single posts that are going to get made up. Letting us know about those features. We can go ahead and click Import. And now we're setting up the kit. And just a reminder, we're building an entire site. Now, a lot of this isn't going to have the content in it, but this is going to be the entire site layout. So your kit is now live on your site. So what we can do is you can either see it live through here, but what I want to do is hit Close. And I want to jump back over here to the pages. And you're now going to see you have all these pages here. And so you can edit it with Elementor. I want to show you what the site looks like here. See, so now we have a site. We've got the header. This is the page title, so you'll have to go into that page settings and shut that off. But we have socials here. It built this site in the matter of minutes. And so I know this is some of the first stages. This is the beta version of this. And so there's going to be a lot more improvements coming. But so far, this is a really, really fun tool. You can see even down here in the header, these are listed out here. It looks like it just takes you back up to the top there. Let's see if we click Get Started, taking you back up to the top. But this is how you can lay out an entire site within just minutes using the Elementor Site Planner. I've had a lot of fun with this tool, and I hope that this video was helpful for you and that it helps you turn over sites, and I hope you build amazing things. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.